This is my work ritual for my maximum productivity. I was able to do work that you would normally need a week for in less than 2 days. This progress equals to 350% boost in productivity. Now my homeworks are on time, my grades went up, and so my money in my bank account. I will walk you through my 3-step ritual for unbelievable productivity. So if you can focus, you're always trying to be perfect, you can get your ass off, or you don't simply see any results in your work, this video is a pure gold for you, and I guarantee you that after this video you will work like a fucking G. If you're here, you've probably wasted some time today, so I won't waste more. But what if I were to tell you that the less you work, the more you get done? Let me explain. The number one reason you don't make progress is that you prioritize shallow work over deep work, and I get it. You know, in our high-tech society where we have all the technologies, the phones, and we're always on the social media, you know, hitting always something new, then it became a norm, and we fear of boredom. We just can't stare at the wall, stare at the sunset, or wait on a bus stop without checking our phones. We always have to do something. So because of this, we normalize that being busy means productive. But this is actually not true at all. So in order to get better in some activity or some skill, for example studying or in your work, your ability to focus in a specific thing depends on the width of the myelin the cell has. So the more the activity is specific, the wider the myelin gets. And now in order to develop your myelin as fast as possible, you have to always work in deep work. Now I mentioned that you are wasting your life, and the reason why you aren't making progress is that you're focusing and you're prioritizing shallow work over deep work. And now shallow work versus deep work, what the fuck is that? The shallow works are the normal small activities you have in your life. So maybe writing an email, planning the event, or doing the small homeworks that aren't that important, or something you just simply want to do just because you want to feel productive. You know, when you're doing something, you know, and you think that, oh, I'm productive, you have still in your head that one thing that you know you have to do. This is the deep work task. We tend to do the shallow task over deep work task because the shallow work is just so much easier and you don't have to focus that much over that deep work task. But the deep work task is something that will create the most progress in your life. Deep work is 80% of all of your results, whereas the shallow work is only making it 20%. Therefore, this is the reason why so many people don't want to do this, because we have the low attention span, we can't focus, and also we don't want to focus because, you know, it's hard to focus on that deep work, on writing a script for the video, editing, doing the hard project for school, or something that you just have in your life and it is important, over texting your friends, scheduling events, writing an email, cleaning your room, doing the small tasks that are just filling up your time and just giving you the excuse that you are busy, therefore you're productive. But this is a totally shit. So in this video I will help you with creating your own plan and your own work ritual for a specific day, so that you can focus on those deep work tasks, something that will create 80% of all of your results. I structure my day, and in that day I have 2 work sessions. One is for deep work and one is for shallow work. Since I got home, I'm always thinking about, you know, being the productive guy, so I have the really temptation to hop on the shallow work and do the easiest tasks like tidy your room, purchase the product I need, or check comments, or these small tasks that aren't making any progress in my life. I just say no, fuck that. Like, I know that replying to comments, tidying up my room won't make me anything more in life, and that the deep work, the scripting the videos, recording videos, working on my business is what will drive and shape my future. But with this comes another big mistake, and that is when you're doing the deep work, you're just swapping to the shallow work. For example, if you're doing homework, right, the important homework you have to do tomorrow, right now it's fucking 11 p.m. and you know you're kind of stressed, so now you have open notebook on your table for that homework, but every 5 minutes the notification just ring and you switch on the phone on the shallow work over the deep work. And now you're switching, you're checking the Facebook, the Instagram, TikTok. Oh, that's enough, 10 minutes, let's do the deep work again. Now switching between tasks means multitasking. You know this term, right? But what if I were to tell you that multitasking is absolutely bullshit and that multitasking just doesn't exist? Your brain can focus only on one thing. And so if you're multitasking, if I'm doing the homework with open Instagram, I'm just switching my focus so fucking fast on that phone or on that homework. But I am not doing two things at once. You can argue that you can just scroll on social media whilst writing some words, right? Maybe. But still, you will do one thing on autopilot and the other thing that you're doing on autopilot will just be shit. And so when you're doing more things at once, you can build up the million around the cell that is needed for you to be more focused, to get more done, to get it faster done, because right now you don't have the million. I'm focusing on the Instagram, boom, the million is kind of creating boom, and then homework, boom, 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 and the transformation is so fast that the million just can't stand on that cell and it will just break. You probably remember one time when you were focusing on your homework and then suddenly you were more focused than usual. The work was done faster than usual. It was just smoother than usual. It was because two reasons. One, you were in the specific time of focus in a day. This specific time, these golden hours of your focus are 2 times per day. Sometimes 1, but mostly 2. Now I can't tell when you have this special time of focus, but I can tell you that you can find it out. Everybody has different time of special focus. I have it especially in the morning. For you it may be different. And the way to find this specific time of focus is to just be aware throughout the whole day where you are the most focused and having some notes and document and writing how you're feeling in that day, you know, where you feel the most focused. Maybe figure it out why. Is it that I hit the workout, or I can focus now because I'm bloated and I ate donut and cereals and all the sugar things. Figure it out why, and then after a week or two you will just see where the specific time of focus in your day is. Or it was the second reason, and that is that you save up so much mental power for that work. For every specific day, your brain has some capacity of being able to focus. So for better understanding, let's do this mental power as brain points. So let's say since I wake up, I have 100 brain points and you have only 50. I'm focusing on work, you know, and being in the focus state, deep work for more than 6 months, so I will have more mental power than you. So you have to change your lifestyle in order to have more brain points in the morning, and then you have to find out how to save your brain points. You have to treat those brain points like gold, because if you will save enough deep work, your deep work will be faster, better, it will make you more money. And the reason why your work will be better is that you will get into flow state, but you will get only into flow state with enough of brain points saved. Now, flow state is the state of having no thoughts and only focusing on one thing. So think of the activity you have no thoughts in. Maybe it's video games, your sport, something you just like or you feel passionate about. That is your flow state, where your mind doesn't wander. And now if you have the flow state in the time of the deep work, you will be working like a G, bro. But to get more mental power and more brain points, you have to learn how to be bored. Every time you are waiting on the bus, you're on the phone. Or in the waiting room for the doctor, you're on the phone. Or when your PC is starting, you're waiting on the phone. Or when you're in the lobby in the game and you're waiting for another game, you're on the phone. Every time you don't have fun and you have the boredom, the quiet, the silence, you just have phone in your hand. The silence when you're cleaning your room is not bad. You don't have to fill it up with podcasts or music. The workout and the silence is not bad. And there is no need for music or any podcast. You can be in silence and just be so fine. Like, think of our parents. There's nothing wrong about being bored. When they were living in their teens, they didn't have any phone, they didn't have any TV or entertainment. They were just bored at their home. When they were sick, they were just laying down, staring at the wall, maybe reading a book, but that was all. And nowadays, when you have conversation with your friends and suddenly you don't have a second where you don't talk about anything because, you know, sometimes the silence in conversation is normal, then everybody tends to fucking pick their phones and look at their phones. And so right now you're the circle of dumbasses, they're like 5 friends that are just staring at your phone. How the fuck that looks? That you literally have friends in front of yourself and all of you are just checking on some random social media pictures. In order to get things done faster, better, be more valuable to the society and make more money, you have to learn to be bored. Because in this period of boredom, of silence, that is when your brain is resting and gaining more brain points again and again. If you feel that you're relaxed, you're resting, is laying down on a bed with phone and social media, this is maybe even harder for your brain than doing the deep work tasks. This is a distraction, not the way to relax. The distraction, always dopamine, always finding something, focusing on something. The only way to relax is sleep, close eyes, meditate, or fucking look at the wall, go to the nature, and just enjoy the present moment. Don't think about anything and just be. Be in silence, feel the boredom. This is how your brain will rest. It's not a bad thing to feel bored. It feels weird, right? That you always tend to look for something new and now you're just doing nothing. But this is how you will gain more brain points, how you will get more out of your life and the work will get faster. You have to learn to rest your brain. When I'm after 3 hours of writing, I don't go to my phone to relax on my bed for 10 minutes. I literally close my eyes. And that's all. And I feel more relaxed from closing my eyes than from being on phone. Let's close eyes, bro. Now for the first time in this day, you did some deep breath. You gained the oxygen and now your body's resting. And now I can say you're right now relaxing, watching my video. It's engagement, right? It's another social media. Do you feel more relaxed watching my video than with closed eyes and breathing deeply? And the biggest saver for mental power is timetable. This is the biggest game changer of all. Like, without this, I wouldn't be productive. For every day since I wake up to when I'm about to go to sleep, I have planned what I will do. The shallow work is after my deep work, because right now after the deep work I have less mental power and I don't need that many mental power for the shallow work tasks, and the shallow work tasks aren't that important, and if I don't do them in that day, nothing happens, right? But if I don't record video, it will hurt my YouTube growth, and I have it in order by the importance. I know that it's important to first make the thumbnail, then record a video, then edit it. What exactly? Not only record a video, but record a video about the work ritual that will 3 times your productivity. Not make the thumbnail, but make the thumbnail on this specific video for that amount of time. You have to be specific with your activity, because you don't even know how many thousands of decisions in your brain are every single day. And those decisions are what is decreasing your brain points. For example, if you're deciding what to fucking wear to school, you maybe have 100 different thoughts about doing this fit or that fit, and what if I wear this? And this will just drain your fucking brain only in the morning. And so right now you woke up with 50, and after you have clothes on, you have 40. You have to fucking have what you will eat, what you will wear, when you will do this, for how long, what specific things are that I will do. You have to fucking plan it all. Sometimes you will be late, you know, what you're supposed to do at 10 a.m. Right now it's 10:30 and you're starting, and it's okay. The idea of having this timetable is how my perfect day would look like, because if you don't know what to do, then your brain will naturally do the simplest thing, and you will sit on the couch with a chocolate bar like I was doing. I plan my day every time before I go to sleep, because the planning of the day requires some brain points. So if I would structure my day today, then I would lost my brain points on this structuring, on this decision making, right? So today, when I will be laying down in bed at 10 p.m, I will structure my day for tomorrow to save up the brain powers for tomorrow, because I use them today. So your homework for today is, before you will go to bed, structure your day. It doesn't have to be like mine that you have 8 p.m., 8:50, 8:20, like really specific plan. Just know when you will go to sleep, when you will wake up, when you will eat, and what you will do. This is your homework. Do this every single day, and I guarantee you that after a month of structuring your day, you will become the most productive person you've ever been. Just because you're structuring your day. And the one tip for saving mental power is to avoid cities. If you have the option to go to your work or to your school in nature, do it. Car, light, oh. And this is what will drain your mental power. So avoid cities as much as you can and be in the nature as much as you can. Now you know when and on what you will exactly work. Let's create your own work ritual, because you don't only need to know when you will work, but also you have to be productive in that work session. And believe me or not, it's not that easy, bro. So the first section in your work ritual is before. You have 3 sections: before, in, and after. For before, I have 3 most important questions. Do I have everything that I need near me? When you sit down and you say like, yeah, I will work, and you have the headphones on, you know, the music, you're focused. Then you have to stand up from the chair and you have to go and get some cable, you know, and phone to record a video. You will lose the focus because you're right now not in that work mode. You have to go for that water, for that cable, or for that thing you need. So first you have to ask, do I have everything near me? Then I will set how long I will work for. This is to kind of set deadline to myself, you know, and to push myself, because if I know that I have 90 minutes for those 3 tasks, I will push myself and get the extra motivation for me to do the things faster and just do the check on my paper that, yeah, I've done it, bro, like, yeah, I'm so good. The third question would be, what is my goal for my work session? When you're setting your goal for your work session, you have to be so fucking specific. Don't set vague goals. I want to lose weight. It's not a clear goal. I want to lose 10 kilograms till the end of the year. This is the clear goal. And so do you want to have this clear goal for your work session. Now the second section is in, and that is where I set my rules, what I am allowed and what I'm not allowed. This is to also have the structure and the rules to guide yourself on what you will actually do and prevent the multitasking and switching the task, because if you will switch the task, you will lose about 20 minutes of your really focus. Like for example, if I would have to script another video, and then it will be hard. So I have these rules to remind myself that I don't need to switch the task and that it's unproductive, and that the only reason I can make progress is that I will work only on what I am allowed to. And then after the work, I have my turn off ritual. The turn off ritual is that you tell your brain that the work is done. You want to let the brain rest. If you will say out loud, my brain, today the work is done. You did the great work, but now you can rest. You don't maybe realize, and you think that it's stupid, but you will give so much rest to your brain. Therefore, for that another day, you will be more productive. And then after I have this turn off ritual, I wrote down in a document all my tasks that I didn't do. All the shallow works, all the deep works. I check all my deadlines if, you know, tomorrow is not something important. Because if you will transfer all of your thoughts and your tasks and to-do list to some document, your brain now can rest. So after the work, just have all of your tasks, goals, and deadlines in one document so that you know what you have to do tomorrow and your brain does not have to think about it. And then the last thing, I plan my next day. And I mean it before my bed to save up the time. I have this document. Okay, so I have this, and this task. So these 2 I will have in my first work, and then the last 2 tasks I can put in this second work session. All the things I know that has to be done, I have in a plan, and tomorrow I know when I will get this done, how, for how long, and I have these rules now, and blah 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 and blah. Now, like I said, if you get into the problem of get into that focus mode, I have one tip for you, and that is to squint your eyes. Focus on one point. I focus on the camera lens and I squint sometimes my eyes, or maybe when I'm scripting, I'm really focusing on the last words that is typed. Or when I'm working out, I look at the bar like a fucking psychopath, yeah, let's go, I'll fuck you up, right? this is the way you can get into focus, into flow state, is to squint your eyes and like really focus on one thing, on one point. Now if you want to squeeze even more from your work, the best thing you can do is to be fasted. If you have the option to be fasted and to just skip your breakfast and do your work in the morning like I was doing when it was holiday, do it, bro. Like, reward yourself with food. Just wake up, do the most important things, and then have the food. Because right after you have the food, you have the process. And this process also takes your brain points, your focus. And you just can't focus if you're full of carbs. You just can't, bro. And so if you have this option to do the intermittent fasting and to do the work whilst you fast, do it. Like, this is the second biggest life hack. The reason why I was also unproductive was that since I got home, I have some big meal, and then I hopped on the work, but bloated, you know, and fucking full of carbs, you can't simply focus. And since I'm not eating that much, since I have only 2 to 3 big meals, you know, I'm talking about 1000 or more calories per one meal, then I'm fucking productive like never before. I haven't watched porn in 2 months, and I'm just the happiest person. I'm the leanest guy. I have the best physique just because intermittent fasting. So if you can do this, do it. And if you can't do it like I'm doing, at 10 at the big break at school, I have this big breakfast lunch. Then at 12 I have the school lunch. Then I don't eat anything, any snacks. I don't eat any snacks at all. And then at 3 I do my work, and after I'm done with my work, I finally get the last meal at like 6-7 p.m. And then I don't eat nothing, no snacks, just 3 big meals. And the last meal is minimum of 3 hours before my bed. And the last thing I want to talk about today is the writer's filter. In my bio in my Instagram, I'm here only for 30 minutes. So don't expect me replying. And if it's something important, then text me on iMessages or call me. If you will fucking erase all the fucking distractions, all the unnecessary text messages and the notifications that are always on your phone. First, if you have notifications turned on, then fucking turn it off. It will boost your brain powers for fucking 50%. Since I'm not on Instagram for that much, they know that I'm not here for that much. So if I don't reply fast, they won't be angry. And if I will reply, then they will value it more. And third, they will think twice before texting me, because they know that I only reply to some messages and that I value my time. This is called a process-oriented message. Let's say you're planning that you will go to a party with your friend. Normally you would say, hey, do you want to go to a party? Yeah, when is it? Oh, this. And who is coming? Oh, this guy. Oh, where it is. And now it's fucking 10 messages. You've wasted more time, you've wasted more brain powers, and now you can focus and do your deep work. Whereas if you will do the process-oriented message, where it would be, hey, tomorrow is party, do you want to go with me? It's here. It's at this time, this guy will come, you want to come with me. If you don't want to, just leave it on open. If you want to, text me or call me, because I'm not here on Instagram. Bye. And right now you plan some event in 2 messages instead of 10. In 2 minutes instead of fucking 15. And you use like 1 brain points over 10 brain points. And you're maybe asking, but if I will turn off my notifications and I won't be on Instagram, I will maybe miss some important messages. Well, if it's important, then the guy that is texting you have your number and will call you or text you on messages. And if it's not important, then what? You will miss something. Who cares? You have your deep work, you have your brain power that you can use to develop something big and to gain advantage from others. You're right now gaining the advantage by saving your brain powers, having no fucking messages and focusing on the Snapchat notification and this guy has this relationship. No, who fucking cares? You care about your work and your outcomes that will shape your future. And the competition you have is that they care about who is with who fucks with who, when is the party, and those type of shits. You focus on how to achieve success in life. So this is all. I hope that you've learned something and that this is not another video that you've only just watched. You have my own work ritual, and also you can do your own work ritual. So click on that link and create your own work ritual. And since you will be here down, click on the subscribe button, because with this one click you will join our lion pack in the jungle where we transfer you from the lame ass zebra to the true Lion King that conquers the fucking world, that is confident, happy, rich, and fucking living like a man. So if you're tired of being weak like a zebra, click on the subscribe button and transfer to a true Lion King. Learn, don't watch. Bye.